Today on Destination Polaris, we're off to Arizona to hang with the guys from TMW Off-Road for Project X. When it comes to custom builds, these guys are the best in the business. Destination Polaris starts right now.
Welcome to Destination Polaris and Project X. We're at the home of TMW Off-Road in Mesa, Arizona. This is our third time here for Project X because these guys do killer work. Let's head inside and see what they're up to.
Adam.
Jared.
How are you?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. Glad to be back.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I mean, this is our third time here.
Third time here. Excited to have you back. We're going a little bit bigger this time.
I can see that. You guys are going with 1,000.
We are. We've done a couple 900s in the past, and Polaris came out with the XP4 1000, and it is just amazing. So we're excited to do this build, excited to have it here in the shop to do it, and looking forward to it.
My only question for you is, I haven't seen Doug.
He's supposed to be here. I don't know where he is.
Right,
I've been looking for him. I can't find him.
All right, well, let's get started, and then we'll go look for him.
All right, let's do it.
Cool.
The showroom's amazing. It's awesome. It's really added a lot of cool things to the shop. It gives a whole different feel. People walk in and they love it. It was a 900 two-seater that we originally built, turbocharged. It was all black, had this kind of gloss and flat look to it, really cool. A lot of power upgrades to it, a lot of fun. Really neat build, got a lot of reaction from it. Second build was another 900. It was a 4-seat, so it was an XP4 900 that we did. Had our aggressor cage on it, custom seats, supercharger, motor stuff, stereo, suspension, custom wheels, tires. That one was really cool too. We're doing the new XP4 1000, 2014 model. Polaris has released it. It is phenomenal. I mean, they just keep stepping it up, making it bigger, badder, better. An incredible machine, top to bottom. To start off, the suspension. We love the suspension. The suspension that comes on it, it is just phenomenal. Power-wise, definitely not lacking. It handles really good, turns really good. A little bit longer wheelbase, which actually helps you in a lot of the different situations you're in, whoop sections, different things, whether you're desert riding, dune riding, racing. It's just a phenomenal machine. We do everything here in-house. We make roll cages, doors, bumpers, all kinds of different aftermarket parts. We're known for our roll cages. People like them, our aggressive styling with them. They're lower. On the assembly side, we do full custom wiring, stereos, seat installs. We have customers from all over the United States bringing us vehicles for custom builds. We've got international customers, particularly a lot in the UAE, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Qatar. We have cages all over the place over there. For this build, we're going to do our TMW X4 Venom Series roll cage hardtop rear bumper, our TMW 4-seater doors, Lone Star long travel, Fox shocks, Knt Performances Turbo Kit for the XP 1000, Muzzy exhaust canisters. We're doing our full Rockford Fosgate stereo, top to bottom, full lineup of Rigid Industries LED lighting on it, Triple X seats, quick light whips. We're also doing Axi Alloys billet accessories. We're doing method wheels for both the dirt and the sand. And we're doing Sand Tire Unlimited sand paddles. And then we're doing a full custom candy wrap. Just a few things to modify it a little bit, yeah. Everything you could want on a Razor XP4 1000. We do pride ourselves on the custom builds. A lot of people want to come in and just get it all done top to bottom, and that's definitely what we do. There are a lot of things that are different about this vehicle than other builds that we've done. It's definitely right. I mean, it's up there with one of our top builds. I don't know where Doug is. I wish I did. where is Doug? People come in, where's Doug? I haven't seen him, have you?
All right, the guys are gonna finish tearing apart the RZR, and when we come back, the real fun begins. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Project X is brought to you by TMW Off-Road. Take time to play. And by ITP, the world's #1 aftermarket ATV and UTV tire and wheel source. And by Progressive Insurance. Think easier. Think Progressive. And by Super ATV, the leader in ATV and UTV accessories, ATV axles, long travel kits, and big lift kits.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. You can see our RZR XP 1000 four-seater totally torn apart. We've stripped it down. Now the fun part, putting it back together. Let's start with suspension.
For the suspension, we went with Lone Star Racing.
Well, we're mainly known for suspension. When it comes down to racing conditions and then the guy who just wants to have the coolest thing on the block, that's where we kind of come in. We really pride on ourselves on our quality, our workmanship, and just, just stand behind it.
So Adam, do you think you have enough suspension parts?
We have just the right amount that we need, actually. What you see here is our upper and lower extended arms, extended lower trailing arms, axles, tie rods, everything that you need for the complete kit. Our Fox shocks that we talked about earlier. This is what's going on the machine.
Nice, looks great.
Thanks. Yeah, we set it up just for you.
That's very nice of you. Now let's take it off.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
The stuff that's on TMW's car, that is the same exact stuff that everyone's able to race on. We ended up doing 3.5 inches wider per side, and then it's 3 inches longer overall. So we lengthened the wheelbase. Through the bigger whoops, that car is going to be a dream.
This is a wee bit smaller than this.
Just a wee bit. I mean, you can see that's the factory arm off the XP4 1000 right there. And if you hold it up, Jared, you'll see, if you could get it all the way in there, that there's going to be about 3.5 inches difference in length here. With the Lone Star suspension coupled with that, we're going to go with Fox's new internally bypass shocks. Now we're stepping up to the big dogs here. Going with these bigger shocks, it's going to make this thing ride and handle pretty much anything we can throw at it. The stock machine comes with Walker Evans shocks, and they're actually awesome. They're phenomenal. We're just going to go a little bit bigger.
Everyone loves the black now.
Everybody does love the black now. Especially us too. But black is the new chrome. I mean, it's really accentuates the vehicle. For the wheels and tires, we're going with Method race wheels, and Method, they make just a really cool, clean wheel. They're a true beadlock wheel, so when you put that locking ring on there and you bolt it on there, you have satisfaction in knowing that you're going to get where you need to go without any difficulties. For the sand paddles, we're going to go with Sand Tire Unlimited's front razorback and rear blaster paddles. They're going to scoop the sand really good and get the thing moving in the sand, up the hills, down the trail, at the dunes.
So Adam, you got to tell me about the turbo, because that's a huge part of this build.
It is a huge part of this build. We love horsepower here. Forced induction is one of the best ways to go to add horsepower. This is Knt Performances Turbo Kit for the XP 1000. They've got a couple different options. You can go low boost, high boost. We chose the high boost. This is the complete kit that makes the power happen. It works really good to add a lot of extra horsepower. The stock machine makes 107 horsepower to the crank. Under the right conditions, there's no reason why you can't get over 200 horsepower out of Knt Performances kit on the XP 1000. It doesn't necessarily make it go any faster, it just gets there quicker is what it does. We're going with Muzzy dual canister exhaust to add on to the Knt Turbo Kit. Jared, the turbo, we got the motor all turned down and got the forged pistons back in it that came with the kit. The gaskets, the head studs, all the stuff that's going to make it go inside the motor, got it put all back together. We got the full turbo kit installed now. So ball bearing turbos on, wastegates on, all the exhaust is on. You can see we got the Muzzy canisters on here. They're going to flow full a little more CFM, and we're just buttoning the rest of this thing up right now, but it's about there.
So we've got the suspension on, wheels and tires, turbo is in. When we come back, we're gonna put the cage on and everything else. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Project X is brought to you by Power Sports Place, ATV and UTV Performance, powered by Summit Racing. And by Aluma Trailers, the best aluminum trailer available. And by Hatfield McCoy, where the trail riding adventure begins. And by Brimstone Recreation Area, where the journey is your reward.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. We're halfway through our Razor XP 1000 build, and now it's time for my favorite part, the cage. You know what would be nice right now?
What's that?
If Doug were here to help. You guys know where Doug's at? Okay, no one has seen Doug. All right, well, let's put the cage on without him.
We're doing our X4 Venom Series roll cage for the XP4 1000. That radius design is really that new cool look that everybody's wanting and looking for now.
Like a glove. Nice.
Cage system connects with our rear bumper setup, so that rear bumper ties into the rear suspension area at the bottom where the radius rods hook up to the factory frame. Well, I love this rear end. It follows the lines of the vehicle really well, sits nice and tight on there. It does feel like we're getting close. As you can see, we got most of this thing tidied up and on there now. We got the doors to add and the graphics, and it's about there. So the guys at Rockford Fosgate hooked us up with some really cool stuff to put in our XP4 1000. Their T4 component setup. It's a 6.5 mid bass with a separate tweeter. We've got their P3 shallow mount 10-inch subwoofer, and then we've got their really cool amps. Their amplifiers are, I mean, they're just amazing. We've probably got more speakers in this one than we've done because it has 2 under the dash, mid-bass. It's got 2 in the front seats, and then it's got 2 in the rear seats facing forward. So it's basically got 6 mid-bass speakers in there. Dude. What is that? Let's go check it out. All right, let's go find out what that is. There's car alarms going off.
We call it the Sound Lab. It's an audio carnival ride per se. You get in, you see if you can last the 30 seconds for the show. Hopefully you don't punch out, hit the red button. If you do, then the carnival ride is over.
So I'm just gonna sit right here while you turn this on.
It's loud, be careful. You might want to use these. Okay, you guys ready? Here goes.
Got punched out by the Rockford Fosgate. Exit the pressure chamber now.
Wow. What'd I make it, 10 seconds?
I didn't even check. I lost track.
Oh my God, dude.
Jared, we're big stereo guys here. When you talk about rock, you think Rockford Fosgate.
We've actually come out with several products, some smaller amplifiers, low current designs that are geared for motorcycles, UTVs, ATVs. They work perfect in that environment.
Per square inch, they're the most power on the market than any other amplifier that's out there right now. I think we definitely went a little over the top with the lighting. In fact, we went with Rigid Industries on this, and when we got the stuff from those guys that they hooked us up with, they just said, that's a lot of lights for a Razor. There's definitely at least 20 lights, there's more than that. It's gonna be lit up like a Christmas tree for sure. Rigid nails it with their reflector technology. Solid company, their warranty, they're a local company.
We are smack dab in the middle of our production facility. For the TMW build, we did a radius light bar for the roof line. We did some dualies for the A-pillars. A latest release from us is the Razor 1000 grill that we did for the front. It's a lot. Doug and I discussed it. It was a little over the top, but if you know Doug, that's what he likes to do, and we like to go along with it.
Have you thought about calling this machine the Lighthouse?
I haven't thought about calling it the Lighthouse. We've got a name I think that we've got for it.
Don't tell me yet.
I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
It's our X4 full opening door kit that we're installing. Everybody likes that full opening door look as well as feel. For this build, we're using Axia billet accessories.
We specialize in roll cage accessories. All the doodads that you can mount on your roll cage, rear view mirrors, side mirrors, light mounts, fire extinguisher mounts. We have about 50 different accessories, all that mount to the roll cage.
We're putting in custom XXX Black Widow seats. Comfort and style, it's hard to beat XXX seats. We like the 4- and 5-point harnesses from Simpson. Those guys have been making harnesses forever. The look of the machine is going to be awesome and amazing because we're going with a custom candy wrap. Wolf Designs is designing it for us and printing it and doing all that stuff for us.
We want it to look like it's doing 85 while it's sitting still, so just a lot of clean lines, bright colors.
I think the build came out amazing. It's really polished and refined. I like how it all came together. Every angle that you look at it from, it's just, the thing looks tough. But we decided on the name and we're gonna call it the Phantom.
Adam, looks great. I love it.
Thanks, man. I love it too. Color came out good. All the parts went on like we wanted them to. Everything fit and finished on this thing turned out great. Graphics turned out awesome. I couldn't be happier. Cage looks amazing. Everything just came together how we expected.
I wish Doug was here to see it.
I do too.
Hey, there you guys are. I've been looking for you for 2 days. Where you been? Where's Adam? Phone's been going off. Need your help.
I've been looking for you. We've been doing this, putting this together.
Wow, this is impressive.
Project X, it's for you.
Can I drive it?
Now that we've found Doug, we can take this rig out of the garage and to Glamis. When we come back, we're going to the sand. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Project X is brought to you by Rockford Fosgate, car audio for fanatics, and by DJI, the future of possible. And by Maui Jim Sunglasses, the fastest growing premium polarized sunglass maker in the world. And by Progressive Insurance. Think easier, think Progressive.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. You can see we've made our way here to Glamis and we brought along the Phantom. It's time to go ride.
We call this part the Shakedown. We get it out in the dunes, we open it up, we get on it, we feel that horsepower, how it's gonna handle, how it's gonna perform, top to bottom. Everything that we put on it, we're gonna analyze and assess it and make sure it's up to our standards and what we like. I'm anxious to see how the suspension is going to perform, the shocks are going to perform on the vehicle. Force induction and boost, it gets everybody excited, especially me. I'm a big proponent for it. I love it because it's just a huge kick in the pants. You can feel it when you go. So I'm very anxious to feel that extra horsepower that we put into this motor. Definitely want to see how comfortable it's going to feel, how well it's going to handle. We like to put our stamp of approval on it. We want nothing short of something that's going to be awesome and amazing. Out in the dunes, it just pops. I mean, the way the sand glows and everything when you're out there and how the sun is, and then you get the vehicle out there and you got the colors on the vehicle and it's just against that background, it was everything we expected. It did not disappoint. That extra horsepower definitely helped us climb the hills, doing as fast and as hard as we like to. When you get on the throttle, you can feel the boost kick in. You can, you hear everything working properly. You can hear it spool up. I mean, that stuff gets me excited. And so when you're out there in the dunes and you're able to experience that, it's awesome. It's amazing. The suspension, it soaked up the whoops. It soaked up all the stuff that we threw at it. It handled it, I mean, better than I could have expected. It did exactly what it needed to do. The Santire Unlimited paddles and front razorbacks that we used, they worked effortlessly. They worked exactly how we wanted them to. The Black Widow seats from XXX are awesome and amazing. That suspension seat really softens the ride up and makes you feel at home inside of it. The Rockford stuff was amazing and we love it. It did not disappoint us at all. Everything worked like it's supposed to. It sounded great. And of course, we didn't do any night riding while we were out there because it was during the day. But all the lights that are on it, we were able to test them a little bit at night, and it is going to be awesome at night for sure. The vehicle handled amazing. I don't think Glamis has seen anything like this. Fit, finish, feel, handling, motor, power, wheels, tires, graphics, how it pops, how it looks. We set our expectations pretty high, and this one definitely exceeded it. So I'm very, very, very happy with it.